your Audacious Life Live. We're getting a new title because I really just wanted to say, hey, y'all, because your Audacious Life Live is y'all. So, welcome to your Audacious Life Live. I'm so just grateful and honored that you would choose to spend some of your time with me right here on Wednesday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. If you are new to this live stream, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, or if you are a regular here, I am Stephanie Young and I am an audacious success coach, and I'm so excited that you would choose to join me. I support women who are overwhelmed and floundering, go from that point to flourishing in the areas of heart, health, habitat, and habits. We do that together in my coaching program, and I'm so excited that you would choose to spend some of your time with me today. So, thank you so much for being here. Again, welcome, welcome. Today, we are going to jump into the topic of what is an audacious heart? What is that? And a lot of people have said, you talk about audacity all the time, or sometimes I call it audaciousness, which I think is a basically made up word, but I use the word audacious a lot. And I realize that sometimes I don't actually define or explain what like that is or what it means. And so I thought we could take a few moments this month and really delve into what that means and what it looks like in terms of us as women, as busy women who do all these things. And so I thought about it and it kept like the question kept popping up in my head. It's like, are some of us tired, or most of us tired of feeling stuck in a monotonous routine that has just sort of like crept into our lives? And is that routine that has crept into our lives kind of made it feel like life is really boring? Have we felt like we've lost some of the joy and the passion in our lives? Do we yearn for and really desire to live a life that is full of way more fun and excitement? Do we miss the fun that we used to have? Do we miss the excitement that was there? And do we wish that we had it back? And I think sometimes the answer to these questions is often yes. We can get tired of feeling stuck in a monotonous routine. We can get, exhausted, and we can yearn to have a life of more and a life with fun and a life of excitement once again. And to want those things can feel audacious. It can feel bold, and it can feel surprising and risky to want those things back in our life again. And so, an audacious heart, that part of us where our passion lives and where our fun lives, our excitement, and all those wonderful, beautiful things that make us who we are, that like flame inside of us, that part of us is there crying for all of those beautiful things that we've had in the past to either come back or for that flame to be relit so we can have it again. And so, today we're talking about an audacious heart, how to have it, what it looks like, and like what it is, how to have it, and what it can be in your life. So, what is an audacious heart? An audacious heart is a woman who has really been able to like say, hi, see my cat is coming to join us for the conversation today. This is Meatball. Hi, kitty. And audacious heart is a heart that is excited, a heart that is on fire, a heart that's full of passion, and that is so excited for everything that life has to offer. It is willing to take bold risks to have the thing that they want. Someone who has an audacious heart could be someone who's referred to as bold or daring or courageous. You might see somebody and think, oh, I wish I could do that. And the truth is, you could 100% be the person doing that thing you really wish to be doing and have somebody else going, ooh, I wish I could do what she is doing. So, an audacious heart is someone who is fully embracing all of the things that light their soul on fire and make them feel more alive and more of who they are. And how we can have that is by doing things that we love. And oftentimes, as adults, when we are in a routine that feels monotonous, or we feel like we might be stuck in a rut, or that we don't have as much fun or excitement in our lives, it can be really hard to say, well, how do I get that back? Like what does this mean for me? And so oftentimes when people say like, how do I figure out what I love again, like what does that happen, like if any of this is resonating to you, or you're like, oh my goodness, I'm stuck in a routine, just like you can even like throw up an emoji and be like, oh my word, like that, this feels like me, like, how did you know, Stephanie? Oh my goodness. Like, when you want that back, it's so easy to say, I don't know where to even start. And one of my new most favorite people on the planet, I say new because we've recently met, only about 6-ish months ago, but she really transformed how I look at this. And it's made such an impact for me and even for the clients I work with now. But instead of asking, like, what is my goal? What is the thing I'm working towards? But to ask yourself, what would I love? And Felicia, I'm so grateful that you taught me to ask that question. It really has just changed my life. And I'm so grateful that you shared that with me, and I can now share it with others. But for you, if you want an audacious heart, to ask yourself, what would I love? And if you struggle to ask that question or to answer that question, sometimes the thing that we love, it's been missing. And so we can't remember what we love. And we might have to think back to like maybe childhood or our teenage years to remember what things used to be in our life that we loved, things we used to do that were really fun and exciting. And I had a therapist that even helped me with that. Like, Stephanie, what did you used to love to do when you were younger? Like, why are you no longer feeling passion? And it was like, oh, I took all of the fun out of my life for work and for my family. And even my family would say, you're getting kind of boring. And it was like, oh, I need to bring the fun back in. And I wasn't sure how to do that. And it was like, okay, well, how would I bring that in? How would anybody bring fun back into their life when they aren't really sure what they love to do? And it was starting to think about, what did I love to do as a child? What did I wish I could have done as a child? And how can I start doing those things more in my life now as an adult? Because typically in adulthood, we have the ability to do things that we maybe couldn't have done as a child. That we really wanted to do, or things that we did as a child, we can do more so as an adult because we have a little more freedom in our schedule. No one else is really controlling it for us. And so I started thinking about that, and I've started talking to other clients about it. And so if you're sitting here like watching this on the replay or with me live and thinking, oh my goodness, I want to have more of those fun things, I want to have more passion and excitement in my life, what do I do? You can ask yourself, what would I love? What did I used to love when I was younger? And how can I have more of that in my life? So, an audacious heart is somebody, it's an audacious heart in somebody is a person who is embracing all of those things that they love. They're allowing their life to have more fun. They're allowing their passion to bubble to the surface and to come out of their life and to be a part of who they are so that others can see it too. They're taking, maybe it is a big risk, but they're taking those risks and saying, I'm going to choose to have more of those delightful things in my life, those hobbies, those passions, those dreams, making those dreams come true and having that here, like, and becoming a part, not just of a dream, but actually making it happen. And so asking yourself what you love, having that in there, and then what does that look like? Not just saying, like, this is what I would love, but what does it look like to make that happen? Sometimes it's very easy to add that back into your life. And you can watch this and take this advice and walk away and say, oh my goodness, like that was exactly what I needed. This quick 10-minute video gave me the tip I needed to add more fun into my life. And now I can go find this hobby that I remembered loving as a child and add it right back into my life. Now, easy peasy. And other times it's a little bit harder. You might say, oh gosh, I could use some help defining what I would really love, or I could use some help really exploring like how to add that fun into my really crazy schedule. Or my routine is so ingrained into who I am right now that I need some help learning how to readjust it to add the fun back into my life. That's normal. That's totally normal to say, I need help. And so you can find help in many ways. You can find help with your friends. You can find help with your family. You can find help with a mentor, and you can find help with a coach. There's definitely those four different ways are great ways to find help figuring out how to have more fun in your life and how to explore what an audacious heart for yourself can be, not just like looking like, but to actually have it living like. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, Stephanie, I know you're a fast talker, but everything you've said has really resonated with me. And I just would love to figure out what it is I would love to be doing. I would love to figure out how to add more fun into my life and explore that. Let's start talking about how we can have that happen in your life, how you can start to live that more audacious, bold, willing, like surprisingly fun, awesome life that you've really wanted, how to incorporate that in your being and in your doing even. Like, let's figure out how to do that. You can drop in the comments below just any kind of emoji, or you can say, oh my goodness, I want an audacious heart, and I will reach out to you and we can start talking about what that looks like. You can definitely join if you're watching on YouTube or on my Facebook page, the Stephanie Young. We'd love to invite you to join my group, which is called Getting Your Shit Together. It's practical ways for women to feel and be more pulled together so that you can start learning how to incorporate those like passions and like desires and the flame in your soul into your everyday life. Guys, I am seriously just so grateful that you would again choose to spend 10, 15 minutes with me every week. These are quick, easy to digest videos with quick and easy tips for you to discover how that you can have a more audacious life, how you can have a more passion-filled life, how you can take some of the monotony out of like normal everyday things so that you can be not only just wanting your dreams but living your dreams. If you are in a place where you feel like you are not pulled together, you feel like you are just floundering and so overwhelmed, and you would like to be at a point where you are flourishing in your life, that support is available to you. And if the thought of joining a free group and waiting for next content in a week or two or whatever is kind of like, oh my gosh, I want help now, you can literally just say help now below and we can get you resources so that you can get started now having support in your life to have the audacity, the audaciousness that you've been craving and that you've been wanting to really figure out what it is that's been missing so that we can get you back to the point of feeling like you have all that passion and fun and joy in your life that you've been craving and yearning for. Again, thank you for being with me. We'll see you next week. We will dive into another topic. It'll be quick, easy to digest tips. I hope you have a super wonderful week. Next week, we'll be talking about audacious health and what that looks like and how we can have that in our life. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. I'll see you again next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.